So thanks for joining us. My name is David Walker. I'm director of the Shasta-Cascade Small Business Development Center in Northern California. Welcome to Digital Marketing LinkedIn. See that? I can read. Yeah. This is a free webinar, but that doesn't mean you don't get to listen to a real short commercial. We're a program from Cal Poly Humboldt that's funded by the SBA and the California Governor's Office in our case. There are small business development centers all over the country. We provide confidential, no-cost advisory services for small businesses, as well as low to no-cost training services. It's all paid for by your tax dollars. Our particular SBDC here in Shasta County covers Shasta, Trinity, and in a couple of weeks will be merged with Siskiyou County as well in Northern California. And you can meet with any one of a whole bunch of specialty advisors who are experts in different areas for your business. If you're not in our area, in Shasta or Trinity County or Siskiyou County, there is an SBDC near you. There's nearly 1,000 of them covering every county in the United States. So just go to Google and look up SBDC in your county and you'll find an SBDC near you. So that's the map. That's where we're at. This is a picture of all the beautiful people that are at our particular center. Look at all those good looking people. You can tell that they're good looking because I'm not on there. So, you know, I didn't bring the bar down any by adding my picture to that. This is a bragging slide. We don't need to see much of this, but the bottom line is we've been a very effective group here in our area, and we've been able to help a lot of small businesses, and the SBDCs can help you as well. Now I've got to put on the glasses because this is what happens when you get lawyers involved. You got to read stuff like this. And the reason we have to read it in webinars is because some people join webinars and they're just on their cell phone and they may not be able to see. So the assumption is some people can't see to read this, so I get to read it to you. So here we go. Lani, time me.
Okay, go.
All right. The information provided in this webinar and any supplementary materials provided to registrants are intended for educational and informational purposes only and does not constitute professional, financial, or legal advice. No registrant should act or fail to act on the basis of any material contained in this webinar without obtaining proper financial, legal, or other professional advice specific to their situation. The Northern California Small Business Development Center and its host, the Cal Poly Humboldt Sponsored Programs Foundation, specifically disclaims any liability, loss, or risk, personal or otherwise, which is incurred as a consequence, directly or indirectly, of the use and application of any of the information presented in this webinar. So there.
Well, I think you have a future in the reading of those medical commercials where they read all of the things that could happen to you really fast. Yes, yeah. Very good job. All right. Thanks, David.
All yours.
Okay. My name is Lani Lott, and I am one of the business advisors for the Shasta-Cascade Small Business Development Center. Thank you for joining me today. This is me. I have my own consulting practice and have been providing business advising services for Northern California communities for the last 25 years or plus. I also specialize in community development, nonprofit management, downtown and economic revitalization under my consulting practice. But with SBDCs, I cover most aspects from startup to market research to my favorite topic, digital marketing, which we're going to talk about today with LinkedIn. That's Charlie. He's my sidekick. I got to give him a shout out because often he joins me during the webinar and I just don't want you to be surprised. He always has a few good points to bark about. So today's agenda, this is a pretty robust webinar. We cover a lot of ground in an hour. So it is pretty much high level 101. I don't go down deep any rabbit holes on any particular topic. I'm just trying to give you an overview, help you feel comfortable with the platform, how to navigate from your personal profile LinkedIn over to creating a business profile, and then some of the features that a business profile will offer you. So we're going to look at the benefits, how to use LinkedIn for your business, and then some tips for optimizing your profile. So that's what we're going to cover. I'm going to go through my slides real quick, and then I am going to do a live real-time demonstration of LinkedIn using my own LinkedIn behind the scenes so you can see how mine looks and compare it to yours. So it'll be pretty easy. Anyway, so what are the benefits of LinkedIn? It's been around for a while. It is one of the most popular business networking platforms out there. We found this out very quickly when the pandemic was in full swing back in 2020, continuing through 2021, when we no longer could be hosting our networking events and forums and opportunities of meeting face-to-face. LinkedIn has been around. People have been using it for sales leads, for job postings, whether you are an employee looking for qualified personnel, or you were an individual looking for a career change. So it was branded in the beginning as a job recruitment and placement type of platform, but over the years it's become so much more than that. And I will just say that as a professional, as a professional business person, as any individual, even if you're not in the job market anymore, even if you're in volunteering or you're enjoying, another phase of your life cycle, even if you're an independent business owner, you should have a LinkedIn personal profile. It is a place where you can connect with past colleagues, with future colleagues. It's a place where you can list your experience, your volunteerism, your skills. It is really a place in the social media world that is targeted for the professional business persona. So you can build your professional brand. It can help rank your name on Google. As you know, Google is a powerful SEO. Google yourself someday, see how many at the top of the searches you come to. And with LinkedIn, with active participation on this platform, it will help you kind of move up that SEO channel. It's just with maintaining your contacts. I have found this really beneficial for my business, being a consultant, going through several changes throughout the 28, 29 years with different agencies that I've worked with personnel that's changed, and it's helped me keep in contact with them, reconnect with them when they're at a new position, remind them that I'm still out here. And just, with our colleagues, they become sometimes our friends and we want to stay in contact. And this is a great place to stay kind of in contact with them. A little different than what Facebook with friends and family, same idea, but we're talking about professional to professional, business to business. And you can network all the days you want to. So here is, this is just a quick little digital trend report that I pulled down from Hootsuite. And it just kind of is showing you, this is for advertising, who the audience is on that profile. And it's pretty much those who are in the prime of their career, 25 to 35, 4-year-olds. And then it kind of slides down when you get to 35 or 34. And then it's just like off the radar to once you get into 55 plus, even though we're still in the workforce. So this is showing you who this prime audience is that does really use LinkedIn, is on that platform, either searching for a job, needing personnel, wanting to network and grow their professional brand. So what are the ways to use LinkedIn for business? You can post job listings and recruiting. And with a business profile or company page or company profile, I think is the right term that LinkedIn calls it, is that you can post a listing for free, one listing. If you want more, you have to kind of pay for it, right? Like anything else. So you can network. You can track industry news. You can share it with your followers that are following you on your company page. You can educate your potential customers, share things that are happening in your industry, happening in your company, business updates. You can have employees link on to your company page, and then you can share what's happening in their world in terms of their awards, etc. And then you can participate in groups. Now with groups, it's a great way to have private discussion with like-minded folks, right, in your industry, in your field of interest. However, you cannot join a LinkedIn group as a company profile. You have to have a personal profile. But many, many groups allow you to then share your company profile in the private groups, in the group that you're coming through with your personal profile. So that's a little bit different. With some of the other social media platforms, you can share your company profiles and join as a group member, but in LinkedIn, that is not the case. You have to share through your personal profile, which is not a big deal because you got to have a really robust personal profile anyways to then start your company page. So why not, join some groups, look what's happening, share ideas, share questions, and then you can repackage that and post it on your company page if you choose to start a company page. You can promote and attend events on your company page. And then, of course, there's advertising and LinkedIn analytics. It'll show you how your company page is performing. Like all of the social media platforms, it gives you that opportunity. I wanted to kind of show you here in this slide, because and I'll show you live again where it is at. So this is a kind of a cutout of up here on the right-hand side of my toolbar. And there is this place that's called Work. And you link on that, and then it shows you the products that you can access. And then down here is where you could create a company page. So that is the easiest way to create a company page. I'll show you again when we go live. To set up a company page, let me make sure I'm getting all of my notes here. You have to have a personal LinkedIn profile that is older than 7 days. So I'm sure most of us have signed up for a LinkedIn profile because somewhere along your career path, you probably thought you needed to, and I'm glad you did. But if you're brand new, you have to have it longer than 7 days. And then after 7 days, go for it. Your personal information must match, now this is for a company page, must match the information on your company. Your personal information must match the information on your company page. For example, your first and last name must be the same. So you can't be an alias, right? Alias company. And then the company page must have a company email domain unique to your company. So those are the prerequisites for starting a company page on LinkedIn. And then you choose the right page type, and there are only 4 types to choose from. So not difficult. You're either a small business, a medium to large business, and it'll give you the sizes there, an educational institution, or a showcase page. And a showcase page is kind of a page that is under your company page, but it's for probably a different division. I like to use the example of Nike. There's Nike's page, and then they may have Nike shoes, Nike apparel, Nike this, Nike that, right? Because Nike's huge, and then they want to start some individual pages underneath their Nike brand. You want to complete all the page details that's available to you, and that includes a cover photo. And the cover photo is that long literal banner as you look at on the left here, excuse me, the right. This is our Shasta-Cascade SBDC LinkedIn company page. We would love that you'd go in there and follow us and connect with us. And This is your cover photo. Now you can change that cover photo as often as you want. It does have some particular sizes that are a little difficult to figure out. And I've used canva.com, C-A-N-V-A, which offers some free templates that are designed for the right size for all of social media platforms. Just one that I've used in the past, or you can screenshot and work with it and try to get it to fit in there. This is your, of course, this is your icon, and that is what you're going to use when you set up your page. That's your company. Usually it's your company logo. And when I go on my page, you'll see that my company logo was not designed for a circle, so it's a little cut off. Some folks will use their photos, but most of the time on a company page, you want to use your company logos. Different than your personal profile. Your personal profile is typically your face, or typically your very, not your face, but your professional photo, right? That is current. You don't want to have one that was like from way back 25 years ago. You want a current profile, personal profile photo on your personal profile. And then there's a call to action button. And there's a few that you can choose from. Company description. This is where you tell people about your vision, your mission, your values, offer a description of your products and services in 3 to 4 short paragraphs. Copy can be natural and written in your own brand voice, and Google results preview up to 156 characters of your page's text. So make sure in your description that those 150 characters that is going to be showcased on Google has your strongest keywords in it. You can add your location. You can add your store or office locations, and you can have multiple addresses by selecting and add more locations. So like in my case, I have 2 offices, so I have 2 locations. And then you can have up to 3 hashtags that can be added to your profile for more searchability. Pick hashtags that are commonly used in your industry that best suits your business. So those hashtags people will look at. You should use those hashtags in every post you do. And that helps it kind of organizes your post into those high level areas where other people will be looking at that hashtag library and maybe click on your hashtag image and come to your company page. So that's how that works. And then you can add page administrators. Designated administrators have access, and it allows employees or marketing coordinators or whoever it is to edit your page, add additional administrators and post updates. So you want to be really thoughtful of who you allow into that back end of your company page. These are the types of ads that are available on LinkedIn. I'm not going to go into depth on each one. My notes that you will receive goes into each one pretty deep. Of course, LinkedIn, like all of the other social media platforms, have great tutorials. You can go in there and search around, watch some tutorials, get more information. So if this is an area that you're looking at wanting to invest, then they have for some variety of types of ads. Sponsored contact is known as a native ad, shows up in your audiences, linked in feed, both on mobile and desktop, and they're labeled promoted, like this over here on the right-hand side. This is a sponsored contact ad. I don't know the prices. I don't know how to set them up. I mean, I do, but I'm not going to go into that. And of course, you would want to look through and make sure that you've got a goal and an objective in mind before you put your hard-earned dollars down into an advertising campaign on any social media platform, or print or traditional. So again, how this relates to your goals and objectives, and then looking at using this platform for really reaching more of your audience. Sponsored messaging, which was previously known as sponsored in-mail, directly advertises to LinkedIn members in their inbox. Yeah, I get a few of those in my inbox, in my messaging inbox, that you can know the difference. That it has a cap on how many members will receive that sponsored message ad per month. So you can't like use it all, over and over and over. There is a cap of how many members can receive it. And I'll show you in my social media, in my personal profile where that is. There's text ads. Those show along the top and the right-hand side of the LinkedIn's desktop feed, and are a good option if you're looking to build strong leads with a professional demographic. These are boosted posts. The content created like when you use a regular user of LinkedIn, then you give it a little paid boost to get in front of more people. There's dynamic ads. They run in the right rail of LinkedIn and speak to the audience through personalization. Follower ads are the type of dynamic ads. These ads promote your LinkedIn page to others. There's spotlight ads. They shine a light on your products, services, and content. And then, of course, there's job ads, and they are called Work With Us ads. And you can boost up to 50 times higher through click-through rates. And then lead generator ads, and these are short for lead generation forms. And these are often what businesses use. And then down here is an additional blog. I got some of this information from this blog that you can link on later at a later date when you receive the PowerPoint back, and go into more deeper detail of how to create it, what are the sizes, the cost. Hootsuite has some great blogs out there regarding a lot of the social media platforms, and this one is specifically for the types of LinkedIn ads. Now that I've totally confused you about ads, let's move on. So I'm going to leave this for at the end. However, you want to think about how you're going to build your followers, just like you think about building any of your social media audience. You want to share it. You want to add your LinkedIn icon buttons to all of your touch points out there in your marketing strategy, whether that's your website, Google My Business, YouTube, Facebook pages, Instagram. So you want to think about how to make sure that people know that you are on LinkedIn and you have a company page. You want to ask your employees to update their profiles and link to your company page. You want to send invitations to all of your personal colleagues out there to follow your company page. They're colleagues that are appropriate. Maybe you know some from another area and they have nothing to do with your business, but you're still connected with them on some level in your personal profile. And then you want to just optimize your rankings with LinkedIn searches. You have to be consistent in posting. This is just best practices across all social media platforms. If you are just wanting to have a profile there and you want to check in and you're not sure you want to start a company page yet, but you do anyways, if you don't post consistently, it's not going to build an audience because it's not going to drop into people's feeds. So you want to think about that. You do not have to have a company page if it's not going to be something you're going to engage with. It's okay. Maybe you're just going to work your personal profile for a while and build your connections and join some groups, and then think about your strategy for your company page and expand your network. So I am going to stop sharing this PowerPoint, I think. There we go. And I'm going to minimize this. And I have it prepped that David is going to let me know that when he can see my back end of my LinkedIn page. So make sure I'm doing this correctly. Do you see it there, David?
We see it. We also have a question in the chat. Do you want to
Sure,
take it now?
sure, go
Uh,
ahead.
Ann is saying, I currently have the basic LinkedIn. Do you recommend paying for the premier version? It's pretty pricey though.
Yeah, that's a great question. Unless you're going to really need to use that for the premium, is really around looking at recruitment for personnel or you searching for a new career change. It has much more robust for resumes, vetting resumes, your resume getting in front of certain folks, and you can see more behind the scenes of how your resume is doing, who's looked at it. So unless you really are looking seriously for needing to use it as a business recruitment piece, or you are looking at it as a place to get in front of potential employers, you don't really need to invest in that yet. That's my recommendation. So with that said, let's move into this is what you're looking at. Oh, they're asking me, am I hiring? Look at my face there shining. No, I'm not hiring. You know, this is, of course, you know, something that LinkedIn has put in there. Probably because I was looking at some of the job listings and things. Now, what you're seeing is the back end, right, of my personal profile. It does not look like that all the, you know, to other people. They don't see all this. Do you want to do this? How about that? You haven't done this. You only had one page notification. So all they see, you know, what you usually see is, you know, a cleaned up profile. So here is where I suggested that it's called, right now, it's for business. It used to be called for work. They've changed the titles. So this is my personal profile. And I know that because I'm right here under me. So there I am, right? And I'm going to come back to the profile. I don't want to waste my time right now on the personal profile. I'm going to try to get you to go. I'm going to go through some of the business. So if you already have a business, if you don't already have a company page or a company page, this is the place where you would go to start one, right down below there. I have one. So you're going to see it on the left-hand side of the short little description of me. This is like the description that pops up when you hover over certain connections, and it'll tell you really quickly who they are, what they do, where they're at. A tip or a hack, or whatever you want to call it, I was shared a few years ago, was, you know, don't make it like so dry. I'm a consultant. I am here for doing this. It was like, you can even add some cute little emojis if you want to. So I have added my little description about me. Everything under here, under Lani Lott, is about me. And I did it with some stars. You know, I had to squish it in there. But then on my personal profile, I have a whole long list of everything else that I do, who I am, in my descriptions. Right here, you can see that I have my company page. So and I'm going to link over to that. Now, I don't use it actively. I will give you that disclaimer right now because I use my other social media platforms that reach my audience more robustly. But my goal for 2023 is to build my company page on LinkedIn so that I can grow my audience, right? So that is my goal. I'm going to start working on that soon. So here is my company profile. Now I'm on there, and it's showing that I'm under the super administrative view. That means I'm seeing it as the administrator. If you want to see how your company page looks like, you just click right here. It's so simple on LinkedIn, and you click it, and then you'll see it how your viewers see it. And so again, right here, LL Consulting, one person from your school works here. There's 7 employees. And then, so this is how this looks. to your everyday user, right? This is what they see. Oh, there's Emily. And I'm going to go back to view as administrator. There we go. So my home button, this is telling me, okay, complete these steps to get it so that my page is for success. So you can, they're continuously asking, reminding you of what you haven't done or new things that they've added to really help your page become as robust as possible. So thank you for that thought, LinkedIn. We're going to move down here. So right here is where I would change my, update my cover image, choose a cover image to support my cause, adjust my cover image, or delete it, right? So that is showing it right there. Let me get out of this thing here. There we go. Then here is where I can edit my page. Just going to take you into this area where you can, this is obviously my more description of my business and what I do. You probably, if you have a website, you probably already have a lot of that written, or a Facebook page or some other area where you're sharing about your company, and you can just drop it in there. You have 2,000 characters to work with. This is my URL for my website. If you don't have a website, don't worry, you can still have a company page. And then there's your industry, and you can only choose one industry at a time. So I chose business consulting and services. How many employees I have 2 to 10. Whatever your company type is, you just walk through all of this, gives you all the different options, the year you're founded, and then your specialties. And you can add different specialties, and you just start typing and then see if that, let's see, what is another specialty? Let's see, retail. I'll just add retail. And then you can add that, you can discard edits, or you can save your edit. You can add, just start typing in there and add your specialties. That way people know, can look real quickly. And as you saw it with the visitor, it'll just pop up real clear that they're, they know what your company is about. Okay, again, my name. Here's my LinkedIn URL, and then my tagline. So it's just putting in there. Now, when I'm looking at that, is that more about me or is that more about my company? Sounds like it's more about me. So I might want to be able to change that and talk more about my services that I do versus me. I am the consultant, and in consultant practices, a lot of times you're purchasing, or you're contracting for the time and expertise. But maybe when I'm looking at this, I might want to change it so it's not just so much about that, it's more about my services, which are listed on my website. So that's a good point in my mind to change. Here is my action button is to visit my website. You can visit services, register, learn more, contact us. So I have visit website, and then this is what it looks like, right? So they're giving you a preview. Overview, we're going to go down again, and we were already there. Workplace. So this is if you want to talk about some of your policies. And this is really modular for talking about your workplace. So if you're a company and you have a lot, you have a lot of policies, diversity, exclusive, equality type of policies, then you add them here. You work on-site and off-site, remote. Do you work remote? So these would be where you would add your policies. Commitments, again, make sure to include, this is just telling you, promise to your employees in the broader community. You can learn more about that. And then your locations. And these are my 2 locations, right? Right now, my primary office is in Arizona. I'm not coming out there in the winter in California till the snow's done, but you can change those around. Here's a lead generation form. This will give you, I don't have it activated. If you are a type of business that wants to collect leads on your page, you would activate that, fill that out. My hashtags. SBDC hashtag there. And then featured groups that I am following as a personal profile. So that is where you would edit all your page right there, just right down there, and you can see it. Here's where you could go for page post, following, hashtags. So here are some of the people that have posted with the hashtag that I have listed. So you can go and mine your feed. Employee post. This would be if you have your employees, LinkedIn connected to your company page, you'll see posts from your employees. And the value of that is that you want to encourage your employees to talk and post about your company, tag you in your company. Oh, I love working at LL Consulting. She is the best boss ever. She gives us 10 weeks of vacation, right? Or I'm so honored to be working here. I was, I just attended the chamber breakfast and got a shout out. Thank you so much. So you want encouraging your employees to also talk about their accomplishments and then tagging your company in that. And then here's where you would do ads. And I have no sponsored ads. In the post, you have the ability to write an article. You can write an actual article and post it as an article on your company page. You can share PowerPoints on your company page. You can share PDFs. These are a few things that are not available on some of the other social media platforms, but because this is really geared towards professional business, you can so if you get a white paper or somebody shares a PDF report, or you have a report that you put in PDF, you can share this and on your Instagram, on your LinkedIn company page. Jobs, I don't have any jobs posted, so I don't have anything. Oh, guess I could view that job. We're not hiring, so don't know why that's there, but I'll check into that later. Content. So here's trending articles found. There are none in this industry. So you can look for content that's trending. You can page followers from your employees. You can pick, a site and then a location, and then you can find content that's out there. You have to work with these kind of filters to pull it up. So let's look at. We'll just type it in here. I guess got to have a larger size. So anyways, look at those: job function, seniority. So you can kind of filter it in to look for some trending articles that you would then want to share with your followers. Employee milestones if you have employees, and then company news. Obviously, LL Consulting has not been doing much, so I should be like looking at that. But this is where you would find all of this. And then here's your analytics. And you can look at visitors, followers, leads, contents, and competitors. So you can actually see what your competitors are doing. Oh, well, Michael Baker International is a large urban, they're a large urban planning, and they're one of the competitors. I'm actually a partner with them on some things. And this is what their page is doing. And you can look at and see what their posts are. Highlights, what job openings they have. So you can kind of research your competition. And when we're talking about business planning or looking and seeing what's out there in the competitive marketplace, this is a great place to kind of come in and start to follow. You can then follow your competitors, who sometimes your competitors become your partners. Maybe they have an overspill in work and they need to bring on an additional contractual employee. Or in my case, they need a specialist in a certain area that they don't provide, or it's going to strengthen their request for proposal. So as you're connected with them, then you can direct message them, say, hey, I see you're looking at an RFQ. I'm interested in teaming with you on this one, whatever, however you're going to approach it. And then activity. So that's pretty much it. Over here under administrative tools, this would where you would invite your connections. You just click there, you have a list of names. Oh, I'm going to invite him to follow me, right? And then you search by names. There's these folks here, go here, and then, oops, nope. So, oh, you can see my dog, hear my dog, right? I'm so sorry. He just loves the postman. Sponsor an update, post a free job, create an event. If you have an event that you're going to be at, you're going to be participating in, you want to promote and let people know about the event, then this would be where you would want to create it. And then it will be dropped into your company newsfeed and go out to anybody who is following you. Again, another area. This is where you would create a showcase page. And then you can deactivate your page, manage your domains, manage your administrators there. This is like where your tools are. Okay. Do I have any questions at this point, David? I know I'm moving through this quite quickly. No questions? Let me look in the chat. Okay, great. So I am going to move out of my company page and I'm going to go back to me just to kind of remind you of some of the areas that you want to make sure that your profile is, let's go to home. Okay, now I know I'm back on my personal profile. And this would be where you would want to maybe, dig through here and look at who's posting what you might want to share, comment on. These are everyone that I am, groups and pages that I'm following, as well as individuals that are in my connection. And you know that Corey, I've connected with her. She's a first connection, means I connected directly with her. She's the program manager and investment initiative manager for, I think, Siskiyou. And she has just posted about their hiring for a position. So, you might want to share that on your, share that with your connections, or share it on your page, depending on how you want to do that. So this is, you want to really build out your profile on your personal. Because people, and I've had this like generic banner up here because I was showing people how to change it back and forth and I haven't changed it yet. But on your company page, they're going to link over and want to see who the CEO is or the president. So you're going to want to make sure that you have a very robust profile. Unlike some of the other social media platforms where the firewall is there, the firewall is there, but there is this kind of like back and forth because this is a professional site, professional business profile site. You shouldn't want to be posting stuff about your family on LinkedIn. It is all about business and company and your professional persona. So so people are going to hop from your personal profile over to your company page if you have one, and back and forth, especially if you have your employees listed. So you just want to make sure that you are really, got this built out, and you are using all of the areas to really talk about your professional persona. So I have 179 connections. Here's my contact information. It goes right there. People can easily find me on LinkedIn, my website, my company page, my address, my birthday without my birth, what year I was born, thank you very much, and my email. So you can add additional social media platforms there to be able to easily have folks come from here to the other to learn more about you, your education. And then it just goes on and on and on. And there is a lot of areas. And so let's go back here to, let's see, what am I open to? Finding, no, I'm not opening to providing services. Yes, thank you. So here is, you can save your profile to a PDF, which kind of looks like a resume. You can build a resume from here, and you can send your profile in a message. So if you wanted to use your messaging and directly message people, you can send it that way, or you can send it as a PDF and put it into maybe your company side, or you want to send it into you want to link it into your website. So you just kind of go down all of this. I need to here we go. So here is my name, my headline, my current position, what industry I'm in, my education, location, contact information. This is where you edit some of those high level areas. Is right here under this little, right here, this little pencil. I'm going to get out of there. I'm going to get out of there. Okay, here is where we get into more of the about. I love the back end of all these social media platforms because they just give you so many bells and whistles to consider, and it just gets in your way. So you can write about your years and years of experience, up to 2,600 narrative right here. So I have 2,600 on 1,600. So it's pretty much what I have as my opener on my website. But this again is where people will come and they may want to read about you. It's a lot deeper than what your little description is. And then here is where you edit your experience. Now, I'm often asked the question, well, I'm, self-employed. Do I list that I own my own company? Absolutely. And it needs to be the number one thing. Here is another opportunity to highlight your company and your expertise. Now, when you think about writing it on your personal profile, you want to remember you're writing it about yourself, right? Not the company, but you can include the company because I'm self-employed. I'm the president. I've been the president for 22 years and 3 months. It kind of reminds me how long I've been doing this. And this is where you would edit this. Now, people ask, well, how do you get that little icon on there? That is because they have a company page also, and LinkedIn pulls it over from that spot. I'm just going to show you when I link on that where it takes me. And it takes me over to my company page, right? So just for the purpose of having that really very clean image on your experience, you might want to start a company page. I'm going to get back to my profile. Go back down here. I'm executive director for this. Of course, I'm a business consultant for them. And if they don't have one, I'm going to show you what they pulls up. Okay, unfortunately, this poor gentleman is no longer in business, never had a company page, but I worked there for 4 years. So I want to include this in my, long list of experience, just so people may want to dig back into when I was just a teenager, what I was doing. But if don't you see this, that means that there is no company page listed for that particular organization or company. So again, you can edit any of these areas. Oh, I already did that part. You can edit, how long you were there. This is, the dates, my current position, a description, headline, media. If you have media, add links to external documents, photos, sites, videos, presentations. If you are in the news a lot, you can link it right there. You can delete all that experience. So that is your kind of like your resume, right? Or it's your years of experience. As we get out of there, then you crawl down, and then you can add your education. And the thing about education is whichever one you list first, because I have an AA from Sierra College, and then I have a BS science, Bachelor of Science, BS, from California State University. On your profile up here, it's only going to show the one that you list first. So you want to make sure that whatever education you want to pop up in this little short snapshot of a profile is going to be the one that you list first. But you can list other ones here so people can go deeper. Volunteer that you're volunteering, and then all your skills. And they show the first top 3, but then I have 44 other skills that I have listed. So I've added, and then industry knowledge, interpersonal. So these are all of the skills. Just keep going down there. And then recommendations. Again, you get to vet. You ask for the recommendation, and then they send it to you, and you vet it. It isn't something that automatically comes up and pops on there like some of the other review sites. Again, a professional site. So that I love, because I've been seeing on some of the social media platforms, especially Facebook, that now with the new experience, you cannot control the reviews. And if somebody gets onto your site and doesn't have anything to do with the review, but they're trying to promote their own stuff, then it can be a problem. This is not the case. People will received and then given. It shows which type of recommendations you've given. Organizations that you volunteer for or belong to, and then your interests. And your interests are places that are companies that you're following, groups that you belong to, joined, and then schools that I'm following. So companies, and these are all the companies that I am following. So I'm following those, and they are dropping into my feed. Your network, this is where you look for folks. I accepted her, accept my poor internet slow. So these are my connections, my contacts, the groups, again, an event, pages that I'm following, newsletters. I'm getting some thank yous. So you can search right here. This is the search button. And let's see. So I'm searching for the SBDC Cascade. And here is a post. We're doing Small Business Week, and we're posting, or Small Business Day, and we're posting some of our clients, featuring them. But here you can, when you put in the search, what pops up underneath this are all of the areas that you can search that topic in. So you could go to events. There are no results in that. Okay, so maybe I want to filter, look at posts. There's the post that was just posted. So this is the search feature of your LinkedIn personal profile. It is fabulous. It gives you the ability to look at groups, to look at companies, to find contacts. The last thing I want to say before I stop, because I know I'm short of time, is that when you send out an invite to a colleague, it gives you the opportunity to send it out with a message. So you want to, so these are, they're giving me ideas of people that I might want to, follow, connect with. You may know some of these people. I don't know. These people are all coming from different areas. But if you, let's say you would just networked at a new event, and you want to connect with somebody. Sorry, guys, I'm just fishing all over the place. And you want to connect, let me see. I don't want to show you now because it's taking up too much time. But what will pop up will be the name of the person. Let's see if Beth, our new, let me see if I think I'm already connected with Brian. I think it's our new, yeah. I'm already, so Beth is going to be our new director here very shortly. So I want to connect with her. So so here is where you add a note, a personalized note. You can just send it like this, or you can add a note to it. And so I probably want to say, and I'm not going to do it right now because I kind of want to think about it. I'm so excited to have you, join the team. I'm looking forward to working with you. And you send it, and then that pops up in their network as you have a new invitation. And it makes more sense because now that person knows who you are, can remember who you are, knows you from experience, because you kind of want to think about personalizing, especially if you were networking at an in-person event. You have a bunch of business cards, you want to connect, you want to, write that little personalization note. So nice to meet you at the recent business forum. Excited to, connect with you on future opportunities. I would love for you to join my LinkedIn network. Okay, I think I've just about covered enough in our hour. So I'm going to stop sharing that, and I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint. When you get my presentation, there's just some ideas of how to further execute your LinkedIn marketing strategy listed there. I gave the live demo. I also have that, and we are at questions now. Do we have any questions, David?
I haven't seen any. We did put in a link to a survey, and we'd appreciate it if you'd take some time and fill out that survey. It helps us understand what we can do better. And also, if you have any ideas for future webinars you'd like to see, you can put them in there. So thanks for that. And Lani just put up some of our contact information. You'll be getting these slides, so you can, no need to start scribbling. But yeah, that's our social media stuff. So
yeah, and I just want to encourage everyone to connect with your advisor that's in your region, because many of us will work one-on-one and help you build out that, not do it for you, but walk you through and help you navigate any of your digital marketing or business needs. And then also on October, goodness sakes, I'm moving forward fast, huh? March 22nd, we're going to have a webinar on opportunities for disadvantaged businesses, women-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses. So I would encourage you to sign up for that, because it should be a really great, robust hour of those opportunities that are out there.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, David, for hosting. I always enjoy working with you. And until next time, everybody have a great day.